think that The Last Jedi is what started the whole SJW and woke conversation. Since that movie changed film history and was created the fandom menace, what was it that pissed them off? Well, no. I mean, it didn't start it. There was several things before that. The most obvious one was Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2016. The movie that gave birth to my YouTube channel. In a sense, my YouTube channel was sort of a reaction to the conversation surrounding that film, where I just saw these people having these crazy opinions that are like, this movie ruined my childhood. If you don't like this movie, you're a sexist. It's like, this is crazy. Let me just have my normal, like, mixed opinion right in the middle. That's where my channel came from. That was that thought right there. But that movie came out a year and a half before The Last Jedi, and a bunch of people are like, what is going on here? And it was all the ingredients that started to like continue on with the woke SJW conversation of they switched a bunch of men to women. A bunch of people were angry about that.
And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
The creators kind of shot back and called everyone sexist and everything like that. And so it just turned into this combative conversation that the fans were like overly mean. Some of them were racist, some of them were sexist, but not most of them. People were just like, I don't think this looks very good. Like, why is it in continuity? Why are you doing this? And then the creators, broad stroke, labeled the fans negatively, and they incorporated it into the movie. It just kind of created this combative nature to it. And then, a year and a half later, you get The Last Jedi, that is another example of kind of one of these situations where the fans got mad and the creators kind of shot back and kind of in broad strokes criticized the fans like for the way that they handled the criticism, which is kind of what's continued this abrasive nature. And people that tend towards team thinking picked their sides. And everyone, normal person in the middle is like, oh my goodness, why can't you guys be normal about all of this? Like why is everything so extreme, such broad strokes, is that? So like Last Jedi was a key piece in it because it was a bigger film than Ghostbusters was. And so then you had Ghostbusters like really started a lot of that conversation. And a year and a half later, you tie it to, a much bigger franchise in the 21st century. Ghostbusters was huge in the 80s, but as for like 21st century, Star Wars, what is that, number 2 behind Marvel? The number 2 franchise gets pulled into that conversation. And, Last Jedi was the movie that, really did kind of spin off and create a whole wing of the internet that is angry about wokeness in Hollywood. And that's their whole thing. And Last Jedi is they will tell you Last Jedi is the movie that kind of made them break off in that direction. So I think, I wouldn't say it started it, but I would say it was maybe the movie that just blew it up to become a whole stream of the fandom for a decade now. I think Last Jedi was a misfire of them trying to do something different after the criticism of Episode 7 got for being too safe. Pretty harmless movie, just not so good. I think that like there's a couple things in this I kind of disagree with because it's trying to do something different, but it's also still just the plot of Empire Strikes Back. Like it did the exact wrong version of let's do something different. It did a plot that we've done before while changing the character. And when you say it's harmless movie, I think that's the piece where many of us are annoyed because it doesn't feel harmless. It takes a character that we loved for one of his qualities, and it takes that quality away from him. And that's where people feel betrayed by the film. Why did it get such like vitriol from the fandom? Because you made Luke the most hopeful character in the galaxy that thought that Darth Vader could be redeemed, and you made him cynical and made him someone that threw in the towel and was like, I'm giving up on my nephew. And people rejected that as breaking a character. Oh, I finally get to see Luke again. And oh, what did you do to Luke? And so you changed Luke while copying the plot of Empire Strikes Back. It was like just the wrong mix of like, you want to, characters grow and evolve, but you don't want them to be totally different without earning that. And if you're going to make Luke that cynical, you have to earn that. You have to build to that. Take me on the journey to get there. It was too big of a leap for people.
Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.